In today's video, we're going to talk about Pro-Match gears. They're amazing, and a little bit later on, we're going to do some crazy talk, and you might be impressed with what you find. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, we'll start off with just looking at some gears. I made this to help show you what's going on with them, and I'll clear this so it focuses in the right place. These are some gears. They are just gears you can buy anywhere, Hobby Town or Trax Hobbies in Wisconsin. I'm sure they have them. They look the same until you get closer, and then you start noticing some differences. First of all, we'll start with the 7-tooth gears. Both of these are 7-tooth. You can't really see very good. I'll try to get a light and see if we can't make it better. Okay. I've got a light on it. These are both 7-tooth gears here in the center, the two together. You'll notice a little bit when you look closer that they're not quite the same. One is a Pro-Match gear by pinion, and the other is a regular Kyosho gear. They're a little bit different in size. The Pro-Match gear has a smaller diameter. You'll notice that right away. But it also has slightly longer teeth on it. And you could probably get twice the life out of this gear just because you can slide it in or out and run on a different part of the gear if you needed to. That's kind of impressive. The other thing that's neat about it is the Pro-Match gear has a little bit smaller teeth on it, and it might track a little bit better through the spur gear. The 8-tooth gear is a similar thing. It's the three together. You'll notice the one on the far right has longer teeth. That is the Pro-Match. It also has slightly longer but thinner teeth on the gears. The other two are the same. I just had them in for reference. But the 8-tooth, I don't see a whole lot of difference in those. The 8-tooth Kyosho gear works pretty good. But and the 7-tooth I haven't bothered with because the Kyosho 7-tooth works pretty good too. I might try it later. Where things get really interesting though is when it goes to the 9-tooth. Alright, I've got a light mounted on the side. This is the Pro-Match 9-tooth gear. The reason that I really like it is because you do not have to change the motor mounts to go from a Kyosho 7 8-tooth gearing to a Pro-Match 9-tooth. You don't have to take the engine case apart. You don't have to take anything off. You don't have to put different spacers in. All you have to do is pull the axle and swap gears. I'll put this next to a Kyosho 9-tooth. You can see the size differences are fairly significant. This is actually similar to a Pro-Match 10-tooth gear radius. So if you wanted to run a 10-tooth Pro-Match, you can do that on a 9-tooth normal Kyosho gear mount for your engine spacer. But the 9-tooth Pro-Match fits just fine. It has even a tiny bit of play for the gears, and not much, but it's there, and it works out well. And my experience with the 9-tooth is the Pro-Match seemed to be a little bit straighter, a little more true when it's rotating. Not that Kyosho doesn't make a good product, I just really like the Pro-Match gears. I didn't even discover these until November. A friend of mine had some that he special ordered, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. At first I didn't notice it much, but then about a month ago I got a hold of a 9-tooth and was very impressed with it. So here's something else that's kind of interesting. This is the another 9-tooth right there. You can count the teeth on it if you like. That is a 9-tooth with a stock Kyosho mechanical diff. It's just like the one that came in the box, and I'm going to do this all in one shot so that there's no doubting what happened here. I'll put the wheel back on. I'll throw a battery in it, and we'll throw it on the dyno just to show you what it can do. Oh, keep dropping the thing. I think the gears line up just a little bit nicer. So there's that. I'll slide the dyno in, and we'll put a battery in the car. Dyno going, and here we go for a top speed run with the 9.2. Right at 30 kilometers an hour. That is a Kyosho stock motor. Well, I should say stock X-Speed motor with a 9-tooth and a stock gear diff. Not too bad, but the Pro-Match gears are awesome. I really like them. Anyway, have a good day. Nice thing about this was I didn't have to swap a single plate inside the motor to respace it for that gear. It goes right in at the 7/8 tooth spacing plate. See you at the track.